What if everything you knew about yourself turned out to be a lie, and the truth was worse than any nightmare? That is the story of Oedipus. King Laius of Thebes received a prophecy no parent should ever hear. His newborn son would grow up to kill him. Determined to cheat fate, he ordered the infant abandoned on a hillside to die. But the shepherd tasked with the deed could not go through with it. He handed the baby to a stranger passing through, a messenger from the city of Corinth, and the child disappeared into a new life. The Corinthian messenger brought the infant to King Polybus and Queen Merope, a royal couple who had longed for a child but never had one. They adopted him as their own son, named him Oedipus, and raised him as a prince, loved and celebrated. He had no reason to question who he was, until the day an oracle changed everything. The oracle declared that Oedipus would murder his father and marry his mother. Horrified, he fled Corinth immediately, convinced he was protecting the family he loved. On the road away from Corinth, he crossed paths with a group of travelers at a narrow crossroads. An argument erupted. Oedipus struck the lead man dead and continued on his way, not knowing the stranger was King Laius of Thebes, his true father. Arriving at Thebes, he found the city gripped by terror. A creature called the Sphinx, with the body of a lion and the face of a woman, blocked the city gates and devoured anyone who could not answer her riddle. The Sphinx posed her riddle to every soul who dared approach. What creature walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs at noon, and 3 legs in the evening? Every challenger before Oedipus had failed and paid with their life. Oedipus answered without hesitation, "Man. A baby crawls on all 4s, an adult walks upright, and an elder leans on a cane." The Sphinx, defeated by her own game, destroyed herself. Thebes erupted in celebration. As reward, Oedipus was crowned king of Thebes and married its widowed queen, Jocasta. What neither of them knew was that Jocasta was his biological mother, the same woman who had once wept as her infant son was carried away to die. For years they ruled together, raising a family, with no idea of the truth sleeping beneath their story. Then a plague fell over Thebes. The oracle declared it would only lift when the murderer of King Laius was found and punished. Oedipus, determined and righteous, launched a full investigation into the old king's death. The blind prophet Tiresias warned him to stop searching. Jocasta begged him to let it go. But Oedipus pushed further, and the truth unraveled like thread from a spool. The murdered traveler at the crossroads, the abandoned infant, the shepherd, all of it pointed back to him. Jocasta, unable to bear what she had uncovered, took her own life. Oedipus, shattered by the truth, blinded himself with her brooch and surrendered his throne, exiling himself from the city he had saved. Oedipus was a good man, brave, just, and devoted to the people he loved. And none of it was enough to change what was written. His story is perhaps the oldest reminder that life owes us nothing, no matter how well we live it. Nothing is a given.